Good morning, students. Today our topic is factorization of polynomial. So first of all, see that there are two methods to factorize any polynomial. First is splitting middle term. That means you have to split the middle term into two factors. You use this process in quadratic polynomial, and the second method is factor theorem. You use factor theorem method into cubic and linear polynomials. So let us understand it by an example. First example is you have to factorize 6x square plus 17x plus 5. So first we will solve this by splitting middle term. What you have to do, this is very important, so you have to understand it by proper concentration. You are having a polynomial 6x square plus 17x plus 5. Okay, so what you have to do, as the name suggests, splitting middle term. So you have to split the middle term. As you can see here that the coefficient of middle term is 17. So I have written 17 here on the rough side. Okay, now, and as you can see the coefficient of first and last term are 6 and 5. So what you have to do, you have to divide the middle term into two such terms, so that you have to divide this middle term into two terms a and b, such that the sum of a and b is equal to the middle term coefficient, and the product of a and b is equal to the product of coefficient of first term and last term. Okay, मिडल टर्म को दो नंबर में स्प्लिट करना है. फॉर एग्जांपल ए एंड बी में वो जो दो नंबर होंगे ए एंड बी, उन दोनों का सम 17 के इक्वल होना चाहिए, मिडल टर्म के कोफिशिएंट के इक्वल, और उन दोनों नंबर का प्रोडक्ट फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट टर्म के कोफिशिएंट के प्रोडक्ट के इक्वल होना चाहिए. Here the product of first and last term is 30, so the product of both the numbers should be 30 and addition of both the numbers should be 17. Let us see how is it possible. For example, if we have a as 15 and b as 2, so you can see that a plus b is 17 and a into b you will get is 30. So our condition is fulfilled here, that the addition will give the middle coefficient and multiplication will give the product of first and last coefficient. So our first condition is fulfilled here. Now how will you place it? As this was our polynomial and you have divided 17 into two terms, that is 15 and 2. Okay, so you have written 6x square as it is, you have written 17 as 15 plus 2, and as the coefficient of 17 was x, so you have to write 15x and 2x. Okay, then the last term is 5, you have written here. Now as you can see that 15x plus 2x is 17x, and if you multiply 15x into 2x, what will you get? 30x square. So here as you can see, first term is 6x square, last term is 5, 6 into 5 is 30 and coefficient is x square. So our condition of multiplication is also fulfilled. Okay, so moving on, what will you do now? Now you have to, as you can see from this line, second line, that first and second term both contain x, so you will take x common from here, and what else is common? You can see 6 and 15 both comes in the table of 3, so you can take common here 3x. So what is left inside? If 3x is here, so 6x square divided by 3x is 2x, so here we have written 2x, and 15x divided by 3x is 5, so we have written here 2x plus 5. Now moving on to third and fourth term, 2x plus 5. As you can see, there is nothing in common between 2x and 5, so we have written outside the bracket 1, because 1 is common in every table, and without other than 1 there is nothing common between 2x and 5. Okay, so we have written this term as it is. Now moving on, as you can see from third line, that in the first and second term of addition you are having 2x plus 5 in common. So what you have done now, you have written 2x plus 5 as common. So if you place 2x plus 5 as common, so in first term 3x is left, so you have written here 3x, and from second term this factor is common, so what is left? 1 is left, so you have written 3x plus 1 here. Okay, now as you can see, the basic meaning of factorization is you have to write a polynomial as a product of two polynomials. So this is, as you can see, that 2x plus 5 and 3x plus 1 both are polynomials, so we can write our given polynomial as the product of 2x plus 5 and 3x plus 1. So we can say these both are the factors of the given polynomial. So this was our middle splitting term factorization method. You just have to split the middle term into two terms whose multiplication is equal to the product of first and last term coefficient, and whose addition is equal to the middle term's coefficient. Okay, now moving on to our second topic, that is factorization by factor theorem. How will you solve this by factor theorem? First step is you have to see the higher power coefficient in the given polynomial. Here you can see the higher power coefficient is x square and its coefficient is 6. So what you have to do, first step is you have to make that coefficient, that higher power term coefficient less. Less means you have to remove coefficient from that term. So if you want to remove 6 from this term, what you have to do, you have to divide this by 6. Okay, so what we have done here, or you can also say, if you take 6 common from this entire polynomial, what will you get? 6 is common, here you will get x square, here you will get 17 upon 6 and 15 upon 5 upon 6. Okay, now as you can see in factor theorem, what we are having, we are having two factors. For example, x plus a and x plus b are two factors. So we can say if a and b are the zeros of the polynomial, if a is a 0, so what will be the factor? X minus a will be the factor. Okay, and similarly if b is the 0, so x minus b will be the factor. Similarly I have written here that if a and b are zeros, so these will be the factors. So what we have done here, we are having now this polynomial. If we split this polynomial into terms of factors, so what we can write it as, this was our polynomial, we have written it as 6x plus a into x plus b, because we have considered here that these both are the factor of the polynomial. Okay, in this step what we have done, we have multiplied these two terms x plus a and x plus b, and we have equating this term to the given polynomial. When you multiply x plus a and x plus b, you will get this term. Okay, now moving on. Till now we have just done one step, that we have taken 6 as common from our given polynomial. Then we have substituted the polynomial is equals to x plus a and x plus b with 6 common. Okay, now moving on. What we can see from here, that these both terms contain x, so we have taken x common here. So this is our final result. This was our given polynomial and this is the value that we have equated. Now from this we can see that 6 is common in both lines, x square is common, x is common. So what do you mean by that? A plus b value should be 17 upon 6 and ab value should be 5 upon 6. Okay, by comparison both left hand side and right hand side, you can see that ab is equals to 5 upon 6. Okay, now moving on. Now your main motive is to find the value of a and b, because a and b is 5 upon 6. So you have to make the combinations such that the result is 5 upon 6. Let us see, if we have a 1 by 6 into 5, the result is 5 upon 6. If you have minus 1 by 6 into minus 5, if you have any of these possibilities, or there may be some other possibilities also, you can see the result from all these possibilities is 5 upon 6. But is it possible to have such many values of a and b for just a single polynomial? So what you have to do now, you have to find out the value of a and b. As you can see here, that value of ab will be from As you can see here, we are having 1 by 6, 5, -5, 1 by 2, 5 by 3. All these values can be both positive and negative. So we can say that value of a and b will be from या तो +-1/2 होगा या -1 +-1/3 होगा, या फिर जितने भी यहाँ कॉम्बिनेशन लिखे हैं इनमें से ही कोई वैल्यू होगी a and b की. But now the question is it so simple to find the exact value of a and b out of so many values? So let us what we have to do, we have to just take values one by one. For example, we are taking first value as 1 by 2. If we are having a as 1 by 2, okay, if a is the, you can say if a is the factor, so what you can write, x plus 1 by 2 is the factor of polynomial. If x plus 1 by 2 is factor, so you can say x is equals to -1 by 2 is the 0. So you can write, if you put -1 by 2 in polynomial, you should get 0. Okay, this is our condition. अगर a is equals to 1 by 2 factor है तो -1 by 2 पुट करने पे वैल्यू 0 आनी चाहिए, ये कंडीशन है. सो लेट अस सी इफ वी गेट 0 by putting -1 by 2 or not. What we have done here, we have put -1 by 2 in the polynomial, but we can see here that result is not equal to 0. Our result is not equal to 0. That means -1 by 2 is not the 0 of the polynomial, or we can say that a is equals to 1 by 2 is not the factor of the polynomial. ठीक है. So this was our first case, 1 by 2. Now we are having many cases like 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 5 by 2, 5 by 3, 1 by 6, etc. Many cases. So we can say that this method is not efficient method, because you have to put several values in just a single polynomial to check whether we get 0 or not, because it is a very lengthy method, and after solving all the values also you are not sure which will be the answer. So we can say this is not a efficient method, but still we have to solve it by factor theorem. You have to put all the values to find your answer. Now moving on, what we can do here, now we will put our second value, that is, let us we are putting the values by hit and trial method. We are not sure that what we are solving will be the answer or not. First we have done here p 1 by 3. Now we have taken 1 by 3 as factor, so x plus 1 by 3 will be factor. If x plus 1 by 3 is factor, so -1 by 3 will be its 0. You have to keep in mind the sign of factor and zeros will always be opposite. अगर factor 1 by 3 है तो 0 -1 by 3 होगा. So you have to find out now कि अगर -1 by 3 पे वैल्यू 0 आ रही है या नहीं. You have to check this out. So इसके चेक करने के लिए क्या करेंगे, पॉलिनोमियल में -1 by 3 वैल्यू इक्वेट करके देखेंगे. What we have done here, we have put the value of x -1 by 3 here, and as you can see the result is equals to 0. This means that at -1 by 3 we get 0, that is -1 by 3 is the 0 of polynomial, or we can say x plus 1 by 3 is the factor of polynomial. This is the factor of polynomial. Okay, so among our factor we were having this as a first factor, that is x plus a, and here we are having x plus 1 by 3. So this means value of a is 1 by 3. Okay, so we are having ab is equals to 5 upon 6, and among ab we are having a one value, that is a, that is 1 upon 3. We can write it as 1 upon 3 into b is equals to 5 upon 6. So from here you can find the value of b, as 1 by 3 here is in multiplication, so when it comes to the right hand side it become division, that is 3 upon 1. So after solving it, what is the value of b? That is 5 upon 2. 5 upon 2 is the value of b. So our second factor was x plus b, and here you are having b 5 plus 2, 5 upon 2, so this will be x plus 5 upon 2. Okay, now moving on, what you have to do, you just have to equate the value of a and b into our coefficient. That is, this was our question, and we have equated the question to x plus a, x plus b. So you have put here the value of a and value of b. Now you just have solved this by taking the LCM 3 and 2, and after solving it you will get the two products, 3x plus 1 and 2x plus 5. You will see that both these products are same as from the middle splitting method, but the method of splitting middle term is much more convenient or much more efficient than this method of factor theorem. So in quadratic polynomial we will prefer middle term splitting method instead of factor theorem method. So this was our question, only one question. More questions we will be doing in our next class. Till then you are advised to practice more and more questions based on splitting middle term, and if you are having any doubt you can ask me.